Welcome to the farm.
Welcome back to the farm. I'm Justin, and we are going to start today off by going and checking on our baby chicks. We've had them for 2 nights now. Unfortunately, the first night we had them, we lost a couple. Dana and Cadence came out in the morning and found 2 that didn't make it. It's kind of a sad thing. Sometimes it happens with meat birds. We've been really lucky the last few rounds we've done of meat birds that we've had a 100% success rate, and that's not a very common thing. Normally you lose a couple and you tend to order extra knowing you're going to lose a couple, but it's still kind of a bummer we lost 2. So we'll go check these ones. It was kind of a cold, rainy, stormy night, so hopefully they all made it out okay. So far looking good. Let's check underneath the heater. And everybody's looking alive and happy. Check underneath this one too. Nobody under that one. Alright, so everyone's looking really good. I'm gonna head off, do chores, go get some breakfast, and then we'll get started with whatever we're gonna do today.
Today, Daddy's gonna work on his walk bucket. But first, we got exciting news.
What's the exciting news?
We got a new sticker.
No way.
Yeah.
Where's the sticker from?
Peeks Peak Hobby Homestead.
That's right, Peeks Peak Hobby Homestead. Lucas over at Peeks Peak Hobby Homestead sent us a sticker. He's got an awesome channel. He just finished building a shop and getting that all set up with a car lift and stuff in it. Really awesome series.
It's an amazing video. You should really watch it.
Yeah, they are amazing videos. He also picked up some of our maple candy and did a short on that, which is really awesome. So we will put the link to that video hopefully in the description so you guys can go over and check that video out too. And we will put the link to his channel in the description as well. So thank you, Lucas, for supporting our channel and for sending us a sticker. We really appreciate it, right?
Yes, we really love having YouTube stickers.
You ready to put the sticker on YouTube Wall of Fame?
Yes.
All right, where are we gonna put it?
Right next to this sticker that says, "Oh, it's my new green, track this fun and more YouTube."
Okay.
So that's where we're gonna put it.
All right, let me
I can't wait to see how it looks.
and add it right there. There we go.
And thank you, Peeks Peak.
You guys can also check out Orange is My New Green.
Yep.
Another really awesome channel. So got the barn opened up. It's a nice day. Got all the equipment pulled out. I actually have some decent room to work in here. So that took about an hour, and I got all 36 of my little spacers that go in between my slats cut. And I think with that, the cutting's done. So I think the next step I have is I want to kind of, on the back and bottom pieces, I think I want to bevel where I'm going to flat weld everything, just to make sure I get good penetration, and then just clean up all these edges from the little burrs from cutting. Just give myself a nice clean starting point. And then I think we get to set up the welder and start melting steel. So the plan is to just give this edge a little bit of a bevel on both the bottom pieces and the back pieces, just to kind of give something for the weld to penetrate in a little bit more. Hopefully that's enough of a bevel. Can't hurt. It'd probably be fine without it too, but we'll find out. So after about an hour and a half, I think my grinding's done. I got even all these little pieces beveled. and cleaned up. So I'm pretty happy with all that. Works really well for little pieces is using a vice grip. Grab onto them, and now you don't have to have your fingers real close to the wheels. Worked out real well for me. So now that we got that done, I think it's time to actually set up the welder and come up with some kind of welding station, because I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that yet. But we'll go figure something out. So I think this is going to be my setup for my welding table, if you want to call it. Got a old wood spool that wire came on from work, and this is actually the back of a electrical panel tub, like a main service for a building. So I think what I'll do is I'll just end up pulling these bolts out of here. I can even kind of screw this down to the wood spool, and that'll give me something to weld on that's not directly on wood, and hopefully it should work out for me. Okay, so I got my welder plugged into my new 230 volt, 240 volt outlet. I have the heavier gauge wire put in the welder. I have a piece of metal here, some cutoffs strapped to the workbench, so we can go ahead and give this a test before I grab the bucket steel and possibly mess it up. I'd rather practice a couple little times here and make sure we're all good to go before I grab the bucket steel. So let's get this tested and make a weld. Well, I think the weld actually looked pretty good. It welds a lot different on 230 volt versus 115. I like it. Another thing I'm going to have to figure out how to do here is figure out how to clamp these down, because as you weld, the weld gets really hot and the metal expands, and as it cools, the metal cools and shrinks, and then you end up with a little bit of a warp. You can see, I don't know if you can tell, but this ends up, kind of comes in like this. You know, it kind of comes in like this a little bit. So I got to figure out how to clamp this down so when I'm welding, it doesn't bow. And granted, I'll be welding the other side, so it would heat up and it would shrink back the other way, but you should still try to figure a way to clamp it down, I think. So here's what I came up with to weld, or to clamp my steel down. I just got some vice grips clamping it right to the sheet steel. Hopefully that'll be enough to kind of hold it in place. And then the center section right now I just kind of have loose. I'm going to try it that way, see what happens. I can always try to figure out a way to clamp that down too if I need to. So I'm going to go ahead, get this tacked up, and see if I can't make my first welds on the actual rock bucket. got the first piece welded together. I'm fairly happy with the welds. It's, you know, I'm learning. One side definitely is better than the other. This side definitely looks a lot nicer. And what I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably just end up grinding this down, make it flat, smooth, just to make it look better. But I think it's progress, and I'm excited that I'm finally welding stuff together. So I'm probably gonna call the video here. I'm gonna keep welding these together, and hopefully next time I come back with this build, we'll be on to another step. So thank you so much for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. It will help us out a lot. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We would really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.